here. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So today I welcome you all for a presentation on maintenance of official documents. As here in school we maintain so many documents. So some of the documents I am going to explain here, and we are already doing it, so we all know about all these documents. So let's start with the presentation. Okay. So maintenance of record registers form the core of any organization. As while working officially somewhere, we need to keep record of certain things. Like if we are working in an organization like a school, there lot many students are studying. So always remembering all the record about a particular student, it is not at all possible. So to keep all these things recorded, we maintain so many registers. And these registers always provide a deep insight about any organization. Like if we are presenting our registers, it shows that what kind of work environment is there in our school and what kind of records we keep, what information we gather from our students. And we maintain so many registers, like I said, to keep track on the events going on in school. Maintenance of moving forward. Important documents that we maintain here in our school. Some of the documents I have taken here, some of I have left, like the store registers and all. The store in charges might be knowing about those registers. So these 4 registers we are going to discuss in my presentation today. First is the attendance register, another one teacher's diary, performance register and guard file. We all are doing it, but for the new teachers, those who have been appointed this year only, the guard file is something new which you have not done till now, but rest of the registers you are already maintaining. So first of all, the attendance register. Attendance register, as we know that this register is a very important register that we maintain to record the absence and presence of our students in our school. So it shows the attendance absence in class throughout the session. What I do while preparing my attendance register, initially when the session starts, not only I, hopefully everybody is doing it, that we ask for general detail from our students. Their general information about their name, their date of birth, the admission number, blood group, their house category in which we ask for their general SC, ST, OBC, father's name, father's profession, category. All these things we require to keep a record about our student, that how deeply we know our student, that what is the detail of that student. This is a soft copy that I have taken a screenshot from my mobile, that I used to make a soft copy like this. This soft copy we can obtain from Mansoor sir, also from the office. And this is a record which I have made in an Excel sheet where I have recorded all the details of a child, like his admission number, name, blood group, date of birth and rest of the information. You can see here that you are already doing, it is all there in your attendance register. Moving forward, students' attendance we record, and this record register is maintained by a class teacher only, because class teacher is the teacher who visits the class early in the morning. First interaction who takes in the class, that is the class teacher. So this register should be maintained alphabetically while just entering the name of the children. What we do in the initial month, when the admission used to be taken place in school frequently, then randomly we write the name, but later on during the month of May and then June also, we start arranging them in order in alphabetically, so that we can have a clear picture of the list of the student in our class. So while preparing attendance register, a great care should be taken, and we should be regularly marking the attendance of a child. Like sometimes what happens that suppose we are conducting an activity or we are doing something, what happens that we might forget to take attendance, or we think that we have another light period in that class, so we'll take in that period. In between that, what might happen that the child gets ill or something bad happens to him or her, or if we don't mark it clearly or particularly at that point of time, like अगर हमें पता ही नहीं चला कि बच्चा एब्सेंट है या प्रेजेंट है और हमने गलती से प्रेजेंट मार्क कर दिया, in case something happens to that child, it is the responsibility of the school to them. Okay, so while marking the attendance, we should be very particular. Attendance should be marked ideally twice a day, and I have heard it from students that Kamal sir used to take attendance like this only. In the morning he takes, then in the evening also he takes attendance in his register. So this is a sample copy of attendance register that is shown here through the picture. It is the picture of class 4th attendance register. I am the class teacher. I maintain it like this, where I have differentiated the house using colors. You all are doing it. The admission numbers, the category of the child, as well as the name. You can see here some things are highlighted, like the holidays are marked clearly. These days are being holidays in class. So while preparing attendance register, I already told you that prepare it alphabetically, then mark the holidays in that, and in case any child is just asking for leave, we should not give it like that only. Okay, we should always ask the child to bring an application. That is a written record with us that during this period of time the child is not present in school. Okay, and the application should be signed by the parents as well as from the principal of the school also. Okay, so that officially the the holiday or the leave is given to that child. So we should have a clear record of that. At the last day of the month, like we are doing today, what we are doing, we are counting the total working days along with the number of days we have carried forward from the last month, and we are also counting the how many number of days the student is present in the class and for how many days he is absent. Okay, so the separate columns are being prepared in our attendance register that you all have already seen. Before taking the register to principal, it should be thoroughly checked and there should be no mistake. And finally, once you are clear that you have done all, then you can take it to the principal and get it signed like we are doing today. Then the second register that we maintain here, that is a teacher's diary. This is a record where we actually plan our daily lesson, that what we are going to teach in our class. So the things which are very important in teacher's diary are here. Current personal timetable which include our timetable, that what timetable we have got, what we are going to teach throughout the session to the students in different classes. Then the syllabus breakup we do early in the beginning of the session. We break the syllabus month-wise, that how many chapters we are going to teach each month in different classes. Then it also contains space for principal's remark, like we submit it on weekly basis to our principal to get it signed, to get it checked that what kind of lessons we are conducting in our classes. A teacher's diary helps us to plan our lessons in advance. Like if I am teaching a subject or a topic somewhere, that what kind of activities I am going to conduct for that chapter and how many students I am going to involve for this, how many days the lesson is going to take, what kind of homework I am going to give, every detail we are going to plan before going to the class. Like tomorrow if I am going to conduct a class, that lesson should be planned day before the actual day. So it is a record showing details about the daily teaching learning activities, that what kind of activities we are conducting. It also contains columns like date, class, day, everything we need to write. At audio visual aid, we have smart classes in our classes installed. So if we are using that, how we are using it, how the students are learning through that, everything we are going to mention in that. Then activities that I have already talked about. Now the first thing, initially what we are going to, I have just told you about that the class timetable as well as the teacher's individual timetable. Like this, the soft copy can be prepared and it can be prepared in the front page of the teacher's diary, so that it will display what lessons you are going to take and how the class timetable or the class schedule will be functional throughout the session. Then the breakup of syllabus sample, already I have explained you that how we are going to make it. Month, distribution of syllabus, distribution of topics, distribution of content, and whether it is covered at the end of the month or not. In case it is covered, you can write here covered. If it is not covered, then you need not to write it covered at that point of time, but later on, whenever in upcoming month if you complete it, then you need to write here that you have completed it. Moving forward, again a sample of the syllabus distribution. This is a lesson plan diary that we used to write in our my diary, how I'm preparing it. This is a sample of my diary, in which date, days, class, period, lesson and topic what I have taught. The teaching aids I am utilizing, classwork and homework. Feedback section I always leave it empty because I don't think I need to write something here good, bad or very good like that. And remedy for weak student, here you will utilize this section as per my understanding. I utilize that how I have taught a lesson in the class. Suppose I have taught about solar system, how I progressed my lesson, what kind of activities I have conducted, means in detail I used to write that what I have done throughout the week, because at the end of the week we submit it to our principal sir. Then the next register comes performance register. It is a register which shows the gradual progress and growth of a child. Like the class test, the formative and as well as the summative assessment we include here. It is a record keeping register which is very important to analyze or to assess the success and failure of a child. Whether the child is improving, whether the child is remaining at the same point where he has started, or something change you have observed, that all we write here. Performance register, it is always good to keep record. कोई भी चीज होती है हम रिकॉर्ड में रखते हैं. We have a proof of that what we have done, how we have conducted it. This is a very good way in which we can track record of the student. Even we can take the record of previous year class register, performance register, so that we can analyze or assess a child performance last year. That is the child is performing in the same way, is there any improvement or any kind of downfall is there that we can do. This is a sample in which I have made different columns where I keep record of my students subject wise, class wise, what subject I have taught, and how during the class test how many marks the student has received. And in continuation I am going to make it like June, July, August, whenever the class test will happen, as well as the summative as well as the formative assessment. This is a sample soft copy that I have clicked. This is a month-wise marks record, conduction of the formative assessment, the summative assessment and the class test, where the class test contains 25 marks each. We all know about that. Every column is maintained here so that we can enter all the detail of a child, how he is progressing, how he is scoring, everything is recorded here. Then record of activities conducted each month. Activities conducted each month, this section we make in our performance register, where we actually write that to teach a particular topic what kind of activities we have conducted. Like in class 4, if I am taking Hindi, I have just taught a poem in that class. So if a recitation activity has taken place, how I have conducted it, activity will be written there, the name of the activity, then objectives, that what are the main objectives, that why we have conducted the activity. क्योंकि कोई भी चीज प्लान कर रहे हैं, at the end of that we always think that our students will achieve something. So in this section we are going to write this. Then description of the activity, that how the activity has been progressed in our class. हमने किया क्या है activity करने के लिए. Okay, what articles we required, how we conducted the activity, whether all the students of the class participated or some of the students have participated. Then finally outcome, that whether the activity we have conducted it is successful, have the students learned something or they have got some idea about that all outcomes we are going to write here. Then this is a kind of you can say pictures, creativity. Teachers are doing more better than this. This is just a sample that I have done last month. Again a sample where I have marked the different sites while teaching history chapter, where we have taught them different sites, that I have created a map there. Then how I have taught them Bhasha in Hindi class 8. Then comes the diagnosis and remedial report. This is the most important section. As we used to say that learning is a continuous process. We cannot assess a child on the basis of test. Okay, so but still we are taking a test, that is very important, that is a part of assessment. So after taking test, or generally also that what kind of flaws we have seen in our students, whether they are doing well or something bad is happening, how they are scoring, and what you have diagnosed, means क्या आपको पता चला, what are the reasons behind the poor performance of the children. all these points should be written here. I used to write individually about each child. Like Pushpreet of class 4th B has scored 4 marks in April. Riya has scored 6 marks. That what is the reason behind it? Why they haven't performed well? That all I write. Then remedial steps taken means to improve their performance. What you are going to do? What is initiative you are going to take? What is at your what is you are going to do to improve their performance? That all we write here. And this is made class wise for every class. The class test has been conducted. Now you can make this diagnosis and remedial report. You have already made it. I hope you are submitting it today to get it checked. Then finally the guard file, the most important document. This document is related to exam cell. And most of the new teachers, those who have appointed this year only, they might not be aware of it. You might be aware of the name of the register, but what kind of documents are prepared in this, that we will see here. Let's begin. So, guard file contains cumulative sheet, marks summary sheet, general remarks and class-wise summary of result. As a primary teacher, I used to maintain these files in the guard file, these documents in the guard file. This is the first summary sheet, mark sheet you can say, mark summary sheet, where if like the first unit tests are going to be conducted very soon. So after conduction of all the tests and the students attain marks in different subjects, you take those marks from individually from different subject teachers. Then later on you make a consolidated you can say Excel sheet, or in the Word format also you write student's name, admission number, that you can grab it from your Dizzy camp also, वहाँ से भी मिल जाता है. Then subject wise, first of all what we do, we make a rough sheet of it, then we circulate it to different subject teachers of our class. Say I am the class teacher of class 4th A. After the first unit test, I am going to prepare a blank sheet like this, blank sheet which will include serial number, the student's name and all the subject name. Then I am going to circulate it to different subject teachers of my class so that they can enter the marks the students have scored in their subjects, particularly their subject. Then later on these marks should be feeded in the Dizzy camp, and this kind of result you can get generated from that. Again, there is a very important point. After filling all these marks, after feeding all these marks in Dizzy camp, once you have taken the hard copy of this sheet, it is not final that it is correct. Every time we need to check it back, because there might be many errors in that. So we need to cross check it whether it is correct or not. So this is the mark summary sheet we maintain. After that comes the summary sheet, you can say, where you mention the rank holders of the class. You maintain a record that each subject, how many students have participated or given a paper in that subject, how many students passed, how many students failed, and what is the pass percentage of the class. Okay, number of students appeared, that also mentioned here. Then comes the general remark section. This is again very important. This section doesn't only include the academic performance of a child. It also includes the activities, co-curricular participation of the child, as well as the behavioral aspect. Okay, so while writing the general remarks, we have to be very particular, and we need to be knowing each and every child of our class personally. Suppose a child is misbehaving with you, a child is not performing well in your subject, there might be a reason. Okay, you should not keep it that thing to your heart. You should always, in case of senior students, you should emotionally try to contact with that child rather than doing other things. You should always try to convince that child, motivating that child, talking to that child politely. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't work in that way, then you need to talk to the parents as well as the senior authorities in that case. So, while writing the general aspect, general remarks of a child, always start with a positive note. Like our sir always used to tell us कि कभी भी BTM होती है या कुछ भी आप किसी बच्चे के बारे में बोल रहे हो, you always have to start with a positive note. Write good things about the child, then come to the academic part. Doesn't matter the child is doing well or not well in any subject. He might be good in something else. Okay, so while writing these remarks, we need to know a child personally, very deeply. This is the last or the sheet that we paste in our GART file again, that is the class-wise summary result. It is also very important because one copy of this sheet is pasted in our GART file, one sheet we submit here in office also, because it keeps a record of 6 Kumaon and 12 Kumaon students. These are students those who get a scholarship. Okay, so this sheet should also be maintained very meticulously, very correctly. There no entries should be having any kind of error or any kind of mistake should be there. Here we calculate subject wise percentage of a child, like how many students have scored 91 to 100% in English and Hindi, so on. So this is the record which we maintain for our GART
annual exam.
After annual exam, yes, this is very important that this record is only maintained after the summative 2 assessment. ठीक है, फाइनल एग्जाम के बाद इसको मेंटेन किया जाता है. So at the end, I just leave you with this slide that one book, one pen, and one child and one teacher can change the world. Thank you.